Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim or Cimnanya, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. So today we'll be talking something very important, and it's about Nikki Marata. You all already know she has been on the news like recently a lot. And I think yesterday she actually came out to say that she wants to change retirement to 70 years. I mean, a whole 70 years. And a lot of people actually came up for her and trying to find out how she wants to change that. I mean, like some people don't even live up to 70 years. And yeah, a lot of people also live up to 70 years. So how do you expect somebody to work till 70 years before retirement? So how is that person supposed to enjoy, I mean, the fruit of his labor and all that? And a lot of people are saying, I mean, there are so many things you are supposed to look into, like the way the inflation is really very high right now. Why not you all stabilize the inflation, like make life better? And rent is like very high. People can buy food, people can go grocery shopping because things are extremely high now. So she left all this, and what she is thinking of right now is to change retirement to 70 years. And a lot of people are saying that they are not seeing themselves working after 40 or 45 years, and she want to change it to 70 years. Let's get into this video.
We don't touch anyone's retirement or anyone who's been promised in, but we go to people like my kids in their 20s when they're coming into the system and we say the rules have changed. We change retirement age to reflect life expectancy.
What's the right age there then, Ambassador?
We've got to figure out what it is, but what we do know is 65 is way too low.
You are not going to get millennials, especially Gen Zers, to work till they're 70 years old. There's no incentive anymore. At least 30 years ago, the incentive was you could work 40 hours for 40 years, afford a home, afford a living, have retirement, and have hope. You took those incentives away from the younger generations. You want them to work 40 hours a week for 50 years without being able to buy a home, with living paycheck to paycheck, working 40 hours? You want them to work 40 hours in corporate America plus commute and then drive Uber on the weekends just to afford groceries? Corporate America needs to change their incentive. Where's the 4-day work week? Where's the more than 12-day PTO? Where's the 9 to 3 job with the same pay instead of 8 to 5:30? You need to change the incentive. You have corporate America bragging about corporate profits at an all-time high, and yet middle-class people can't buy a house and get by and putting groceries on credit cards. That's the America we live in. We have people working at multi-billion-dollar organizations who have to apply for government assistance, working 40 hours a week. This is an American problem. This isn't Nikki. This is a left, right, center. I don't care where you are politically. This is an American problem that has just arose 2-3 years ago, and we need to work together to fix this for the millennials and Gen Zers and future generations.
We've got to figure out what it is, but what we do know is 65 is way too low.
You are not going to...
Let me tell you something, okay? As a millennial who is 30 years old, y'all not gonna see me at the fucking workforce at 70 years old. Y'all are not gonna see me clocking in every day, putting in the daily grind. I'm gonna tell you why. The system that we were made to believe was in service to us no longer exists. We were told to go to school, get good grades, get a college degree, you'll get a job. We did that and we ended up with student loan debt. Pandemic happens. The job market becomes trash. Not only do we have student debt, we can't afford to pay for where the fuck we stay at. On top of that, inflation is a thing. And now they are sitting down having debates about raising the retirement age from 65 to 70. And another thing that they fail to forget, that back in the days you could work for a pension and be taken care of. They turned the pension away and made it into our own 401ks, okay? So if you're not putting money into your 401k, i.e. if you're not making enough money to even put money away in your 401k, you will be working until you're 70. I got about 10 more years left of me in the workforce. 10 more years. Talking to my brother about that a couple weeks ago. I'm like, I think once I hit 40, I'm done working, A lot of the older generations constantly think that millennials don't want to work, but they didn't have to do half the shit that we had to do and get nothing from it. You know what I mean? And life was so difficult for me. You could work at McDonald's, Patty, and still afford a house. Do you know what I mean? You could make $11,000 a year and still afford a house. Now, if you even roll up to the bank saying that you make $11,000, you were not even below the poverty line. You're not even on the poverty line. And they think that the answer to the problem is to just raise their retirement age to 70. Instead of raising the retirement age, why not raise the wages and lower the inflated prices that you've kind of like, put into our new society that we have, our post-COVID society that makes no fucking sense. And then what's also crazy is that they want us to not only work until we're 70, but they want us to become parents with no money, while they take away any programs that make it easy for us to bring children into this world. I don't know who is doing the math up there, but the math ain't mathing. It's just not mathing. It's not. Get them to work until they're 70, but we're half of us, if not more than half of us, are not even insured. So we get hurt on the job, we're assed out, we're shit out of luck because we're not even insured. Just because the life expectancy age has gone up, right, doesn't mean I should be expected to work up to that age. Like, that's crazy as shit. That's crazy as shit. It's crazy as shit. It's crazy as shit. Honestly, like, some days I wake up and I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, as Orlando Brown said, they have us paying for grapes and water, shit that God gave us for free. Capitalizing on every single thing to uphold and maintain a system that only benefits a small few. A small few. America, a country that creates problems and then tries to sell you the solution to the problem that they created. I am exhausted. I'm tired. And let me tell you something. You will not see my 70-year-old ass at anybody's job. Anybody's job. Maybe my company. If I decide to have children and pass it down. If I decide. But 70 years old, commuting back and forth to work, they are fucking crazy. They are crazy as shit.
Not going to get millennials, especially Gen Zers, to work till they're 70 years old.
Just throw America away, bro. Like, I'm just so sick of it. Like, you can't even get away from it at this point. Every time I go on social media, it's just reminding me of the reality that I live in from day to day. Like, I literally went to school for what? For what? I worked my 40 hours a week. I got my fucking degree to just get paid the bare fucking minimum to survive in this stinky ass country. On top of that, like, bro, rent is $1,500-$1,600 for a fucking apartment. Like, what the fuck? And I just feel like, honestly, us 90 babies, like, we have gone through so freaking much. We have gone through everything from 9/11 to fucking monkeypox to H1N1 to the bird flu to fucking all these different weather type crises, surviving Trump, surviving R. Kelly, surviving Biden, student fucking loans, for living in the last days. The book of Revelation is outside every morning. Like, and on top of that, all we ask is for you to compensate us for this stinky ass degree that we have. I just got a kinesiology degree and can't do nothing with it. It's so freaking frustrating. Like, what did I go to school for? Absolutely, like what? Like, for debt? For debt? And now you're telling me I need to pay it back. But what money, Biden? What money? What money? What money? What money? How am I pay it back? What money, Biden? Where the money at, Biden? Shit. I'm annoyed. I'm freaking annoyed. Every day it's like a scene out of the Depression. Inflation. The fuck? Inflation is at an all-time high. And then you have people like fucking Whoopi Goldberg, no eyebrow having ass chiming in saying that we're lazy. Girl, we're not lazy. We carrying everything on our fucking backs at this point. Honestly, y'all instilled in us as a younger generation to do this, to do that, to be successful, and we did it, and we're not there, bro. Like, we're working 40 hours a week, and we still don't have anything. Half our checks are getting taxed. You're telling me now that I could have a comma in my check and I can't even see half of what's on the other side of the fucking comma. I'm still on the left side of the comma, can't even enjoy the right side. We're tired, we're fed up, overworked, underpaid. Yes, we drink. Yes, we're going to have a great drink. We're going to be alcoholics all the time. We're going to turn up all the time. We're going to be outside all the time. Because why? We can't even eat. We choose alcohol over food. Alcohol cheaper than food. We can't go to the grocery store. Why? Groceries high. I went to the grocery store the other day, bought 4 items, and I spent $50 for 4 items. Like, what the fuck? Something it has to give. Like, I don't know what. There's no way I went to school and I did everything right for everything to be going wrong. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Like, all y'all scammers and stuff, I'm jealous of y'all because y'all live your best life. Have fun. Send some money this way. Like, I'm over it. Over it.
We change retirement age to reflect life expectancy.
What's the right age there then, Ambassador?
Ain't nobody asked for this, but here's some things that I would change as a millennial running for president. First off, the retirement age will be 60 years old. That's right, 60 years old, and nobody in Congress over the age of 65. Universal health care, because why are we as a country taking money out of people's check and not even offering them a checkup at the doctors? Gun control. That's right, there will not be any rifles, AKs, or 47s sold under my presidency. If you already have your AKs and your 47s, that's great, but there will not be any more ammo produced for the general public under my presidency. Big Pharma, this is for you. All that red 40, black 20, yellow 30, white 60, we ain't doing that no more. We ain't putting no more chemicals in people's food. And I will implement something called food control. This one is for the billionaires and the trillionaires. Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, get your ass over here. No one working under someone like a Jeff Bezos should not be able to pay their bills or put food on the table. So you can have your wealth, Jeff. You're just going to have to dig a little deeper and share it. Next up, student loans. What student loans? What student loans?
Please watch this.
Should voters in their 20s plan on having to work until they're 70?
They should plan on their retirement age being increased, yes.
She
We're going
lost
to change
TikTok.
it to reflect more of what life expectancy should be.
So she said we're going to change it based on what life expectancy should be, right? Increasing the age of retirement from, I guess, 63, 64 to 70. But the problem is life expectancy in the USA is 77 years old, right? And at the age of 70, majority of people, they either in wheelchairs, they either in beds, they either like in the worst positions that they can't even enjoy their lives. You understand what I'm saying? But the real reason why they're raising life expectancy, because they know a lot more people are dying at earlier ages. Life expectancy is 77, but that doesn't mean that everybody dies at 77. There are so many people dying in their 30s, in their 40s, in their 50s from natural causes. Something is wrong, right? And what they don't tell you is that the Social Security fund is running out of money. That's the real reason why they're doing it. People are dying faster and Social Security is running out of money. So we don't have the money to pay the Social Security of all of the people that have worked for all of these years. So before it was like 40 years. And then after that, you can retire, right? Get a nice little check based on everything that you put in the system. Now they're saying you got to work 50 years. What kind of life is that? What kind of life is that? That's why I be telling y'all, within the next 2 years, when stuff starts to hit the fan, you're going to see the truth of what's going on. And I hate to say it, but within 2 to 3 years maximum, starting in 2025, within 2 to 3 years after that, you're going to see America like a third world country, because our politicians have prioritized war. Our politicians have prioritized who gets to go to which bathroom. Our politicians have prioritized the most nonsensical things and the most nonsensical programs, and us giving our money to evil governments. Y'all know who the evil governments is, Free Palestine. But our politicians have prioritized just throwing our money away and then coming back like we stupid and saying, oh, you just got to work a little bit longer. Oh, we don't have it. Oh, we don't. This is crazy. She's never going to win. She's never going to win. But it's so wild that she would even get online and say that.
20s plan on having to work until they're 70.
They should plan on their retirement age being in.
Hey, Nikki, come a minute. How about you find your way back to where you came from and leave us the hell alone, okay? The retirement age is already, what, 67? Now you want to raise it to 70? Nobody's trying to do that. With the way food is in this country, we're being constantly poisoned every day. And then we can't even afford health care. It's way too expensive. So you basically want us to work till it's time to die. Yeah? Because at 70 years old, with the way things are in this country, you're ready for dead. So how about you take your little talking points and your notes and go back to where you came from, because nobody's trying to hear that. You should prepare to not be president. Get the fuck out of here.
Should voters in their 20s plan on having to work until they're 70?
They should plan on their retirement.
Not that anyone is considering actually voting for Joe Biden. I know I'm not. They need to figure something else out. But I just feel like the Republicans have such bad platforms. All you need to do is offer really basic things. Like, I'm not going to increase the Social Security age. Period. Make that a promise. But then I keep thinking about these promises, and then these promises, they don't matter. So that's the pickle that we're in. The pickle that we're in is that these promises don't be meaning shit. So what do you want us to say?
Should voters in their 20s plan on having to work until they're 70?
They should plan on their retirement.
Not that anyone is considering actually voting for Joe Biden. I know I'm not. They need to figure something else out. But I just feel like the Republicans have such bad platforms. All you need to do is offer really basic things. Like, I'm not going to increase the Social Security age. Period. Make that a promise. But then I keep thinking about these promises, and then these promises, they don't matter. So that's the pickle that we're in. The pickle that we're in is that these promises don't be meaning shit. So what do you want us to say?
There's no incentive anymore.
So tell me what happens when the economy completely crashes and nobody has any money for anything. Like, what am I supposed to do now? I don't have any savings. I don't have any money. Like, what happens when this finally, like, actually, like, hits a brick wall and crashes? Like, what do we do? Do we revolt? Do we go fight? Like, who are we fighting? Are we gonna go to rich people's houses and just start, like, taking shit? Like, I don't...
Hello. Hola, Carlos.
So this is all I got from the stitches, and sincerely speaking, I really don't understand what they are saying. I mean, a whole 70 years. Retirements, like, are they for real? What was she thinking when she said that? But man, it is what it is. A lot of people think she is being dramatic, and for me, I think that is really dramatic, because you don't expect somebody from, like, I think they really do what they want to do is to stay longer in the office. There are some things that people, like, some laws or some distinct people make, that it is just for their own good, like just to favor them, so that they are civil servants, or they like the people that are running for office can stay as much as they want without even having any problem. Retirement at 70 years old. Are you for real? At 60, 65, you should have retired and be doing you, not at 70, waking up to go to work or waking up to go and do what I do not understand. And moreover, at 70, there are some things that people shouldn't, like, if you all look around, you find out that some presidents or some people that are in the public offices are already getting old, but they do not want to leave. because, like, it favors them. But now when they raise it to 70 years, it means that they are actually dying there. I mean, they're just going to live and die at that public office. And the younger generations will probably not get the opportunity to, to become what they want to become. Because if maybe a president or a governor, stays in office for years, or maybe he started running office at 60 or 50 something and stays there for or probably he is, I didn't understand, but just like, you all know how it goes. Like, somebody might decide to stay in the office for years and not leave, right? So it benefits them more than like every other ordinary person, because like, I don't see, and I don't know, but it's something people shouldn't be thinking of, like retirement at 70 years. Some people already are no more alive. Some people are not even working. Some people are not working. Also, some already are like super old at 70. And so how do you want them to retire at 70? So how are they even supposed to enjoy the money they made when they were younger and all that? I think it's just outrageous. Like, and they keep calling millennials. They already know that millennials aren't even thinking I ain't buying to it. And also Gen Z, I ain't buying to it. But they keep telling you that probably Gen Zs or the millennials are not working hard or working smart or something. But man, people are working. The only thing is that they are just increasing the tax, the inflation rate and all that. Why not subsidize things to make people live better lives? Like some people explain, if you see, there are some places you cannot get just one apartment, or not even something huge, 1,200 to 1,600, probably might be a studio or something, depends on the area you are in, So 1,600 sometimes don't get apartment. And how much is somebody earning, that you have to do other things, gas in your car, if you have car, and the rest of it. So I think that is not, for me, it's not really going great. Like, something really needs to be done. And Nikki Haley, you already know that people have double mind or about her, or not just double mind. People already are not even buying her presidential candidate-ish, because she has been coming with different stories since she made that statement about Black people and all of that. And she has been coming out back to back, trying to be out there. Trying to be in the public eyes and all that. But I think she needs to just relax and stop, think well, and stop coming out to tell people that, this is not going to work. I don't know, but she's not going to be president though. So because she wanted to be, it is when she becomes the president that she's going to change the retirement to 70 years. But I do not see her being the president. Do you see her being the president? See you all in my next video. Bye for now.